Once, in a quiet corner of the Himalayan foothills, there lived three peculiar travelers. They were not monks, nor sages, nor mystics by title, yet everyone who met them called them the three silent bells. Why? Because wherever they went, they brought stillness not through silence alone, but through presence so deep that it rang louder than any voice. They never spoke a word, not to villagers, not to passers-by, not even to each other in public. Instead, they carried with them three small brass bells, each worn and tarnished by time. Whenever they arrived at a village, they would stand in the center of the square, close their eyes, and gently ring their bells just once. A clear tone, soft and pure, would ripple outward through the air. At first, people thought it strange. Children giggled, elders whispered, merchants continued selling their goods. But within moments, the sound seemed to settle into their bones. A strange quiet would follow, not forced, not tense, but peaceful, like the world itself had taken a deep breath. Soon, conversations would pause, footsteps would slow, and then silence. The entire village would fall into a stillness it had forgotten it even craved. No prayers were spoken, no scriptures read, just the sound of three bells and the kind of silence that listens more than it speaks. And when the stillness had done its work, when smiles softened and brows nodded, the three travelers would bow, turn, and leave, walking calmly toward the next village. Over the years, they became legends. The people called them silent teachers, not because they gave answers but because their presence made the questions disappear. One winter, high in a mountain town shrouded in mist, something changed. Only two of the silent bells arrived. Their eyes were just as clear, their presence just as deep. But the villagers could sense it. One bell was missing. Still, they stood in the square. The two remaining travelers closed their eyes and rang their bells. The sound came softer now, as if the wind itself was grieving. The people waited, unsure whether to honor the moment with silence or sorrow. But then something unexpected happened. The two travelers reached into their cloaks, pulled out the third bell and placed it gently on the ground between them. Then together, they rang it one final time. The note rang out, and it shimmered in the air like golden mist. And that's when the villagers saw it etched on the surface of the bell, so faint it could only be read in the right light, was a single phrase: "Even the mountain must bow." No one knew exactly what it meant. Some said it was a tribute to their fallen companion. Others believed it was the teaching itself, that even the tallest, most unmoving things, mountains, egos, grief, must one day bow to the truth. The two travelers picked up the bell, turned, and walked away. They never returned, but in that town every winter since, the people gather in the square. No one speaks, no one performs. Instead, they ring a single bell and let the silence say to the rest. Because some lessons are not taught, they are felt. And the deepest truths do not echo in words, but in the spaces between them.